Nothing says poor shepherd boy like gold leaf coating. Come on down to the Antique Mall. A lot of people don't know that before Jack in the Box, there was baby Jesus in a box. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Everybody knows that the best place to keep cookies are in a fryer container giving the peace sign. Oh yeah, and remember, thou shalt not steal the cookies. Come on down to the Antique Mall. The great Egyptian pharaohs, Nefertiti, Tutankhamun, Bagpipian. Come on down to the Antique Mall. I've got a secret. This isn't really tea. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Nothing says Halloween like a gnome wearing a candy corn hat. Come on down to the Antique Mall. When I have my tea, I always like to make sure it's 1 part tea to 1 part sugar. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Whenever I go to a Halloween party, I always like to make sure I'm wearing my best Halloween vest. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Nothing says Native American heritage quite like crochet. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Everybody knows the best place to store up money to pay for your fertility treatments is this bank. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Everybody knows the most inspirational statements come on the front of t-shirts. Come on down to the Antique Mall. There's only one thing that'll cheer up a kid more than Betty Boop in a leopard skin bikini, and that's a clown hanging by one arm. Come on down to the Antique Mall. They said you couldn't combine a flower bouquet vase with cowboy boots. They were wrong. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Everybody knows that the best way to serve Smarties is with a hound dog standing on its hind legs. Come on down to the Antique Mall. A lot of people don't realize that some of Weiland's best work was done in the 80s. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Nothing says beach time fun quite like a frog carrying another frog on its back. Come on down to the Antique Mall. The go-to Christmas gift this year is a doll's head and a bell jar. Come on down to the Antique Mall. If you're gonna make tea in a Native American teapot, just make sure you serve it in the Chef Porky mug. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Are you gonna get that spider up there, or are you just gonna keep gawking at my crescent moon hairpin? Come on down to the Antique Mall. A lot of people don't know that the first disco balls were actually shaped like mushrooms. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Honey, do you think this shell hat makes me look fat? Come on down to the Antique Mall. There's only one thing more classy than a wicker elephant coffee mug holder, and that's a blowfish lamp. Come on down to the Antique Mall. There's only one thing worse than your doll not having kneecaps. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Who can ever forget two of the most famous clowns in history, Wavy and Saley? Come on down to the Antique Mall. Ah yes, the famous horn log lamp. Come on down to the Antique Mall. No little girl's birthday party would be complete without Jack Straws. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Nothing says Halloween like 2 green elephants carrying a pumpkin. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Nothing says Roadrunner like abalone shell. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Just remember, if you're gonna ride a goose carrying a basket and wearing a chef's hat, make sure you bring your big fork. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Nothing says skiing like these two. Come on down to the Antique Mall. They said you couldn't combine an elephant, a top hat, boxing gloves, and a Jim Beam bottle. They were wrong. Come on down to the Antique Mall. A lot of people don't realize that before Howdy Doody had his own TV show, he was selling popsicles. Come on down to the Antique Mall. For some reason, I just can't seem to keep this violin in tune. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Will you tell Vladimir I'm not talking to him? Yeah. You just tell Anastasia I'm not talking to her either. Come on down to the Antique Mall. A lot of people don't realize that before he was president, George Washington officiated marriages with lions. Come on down to the Antique Mall. No one rocks out quite like these cats. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Your child's never too young to start learning how to ride a fish. Come on down to the Antique Mall. Everyone knows that the classiest moose antlers are always gold-plated. Come on down to the Antique Mall. 1 of by land, 2 of by sea, 3 of by lamp. Come on down to the Antique Mall. It's rare when you find a rocking horse that's been pre-skinned. Come on down to the Antique Mall. If you're gonna serve Red Rock Cola, just make sure you serve it in the right cup. Come on down to the Antique Mall.